Hello everyone, my name is Apple Guy, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Professor Layton and the Curious Village. In the previous video, we did some puzzles around town in order to gain access to the clock tower to further our search for Ramon, the missing assistant to the Reinhold Manor. We are here inside the clock tower now, which gives us access to the entire north part of the town. We have a bunch of puzzles to solve on the way though, so of course we're going to solve those. We have, for example, puzzle number 107, The Worm's Dream. A worm's dream is to make it to the center of the apple. Complete the slide puzzle to help him realize his dream. With only 8 pieces to manage, his task may seem easy, but it's probably harder than you suspect. Alright, so we are given the pieces of the apple. Okay. I suppose now we should probably just get to getting. Slide puzzles are, you know, some puzzles that you just kind of have to feel out. At least that's how I generally have to do slide puzzles. I sort of don't have a specific strategy for them, I don't think. Let me see, what is this? Why do I have 2 pieces of leaf? Oh, the leaf goes in the bottom. That's why. That piece is in the right spot. Okay. Actually, I have almost all the pieces in the right spot. Just a few of them. Well, I guess there's only 6 pieces really in the rotation. That piece in the right spot. This one needs to move, though. Okay, let's try doing something like this, then. There we go. Ooh. Alright. I have done 100 moves already on this puzzle. This is not going to be one that I do particularly well on. So, you know, don't worry about that. I'm just going to be sliding the puzzle around in how it makes sense to me. And how it makes sense to me might be very different than how it makes sense to you. So what we need to do is basically arrange these in an order. I'm going to go ahead and restart it. We need to arrange these in an order to where we have them sequential, right? So for example, let's see, how can I make one sequential right here? I'll do this. That doesn't make it sequential. Oh, well that makes sort of this part sequential. Wait. Basically what we need, can I do that right here maybe? Okay. Yeah, that's actually off to a good start. So every piece but this middle piece is where it needs to be. But if I start rotating things around, I can start to cycle through and move things where they need to. I just don't... Let me move it back to where it's like almost, the puzzle's almost solved, so I can see what needs to get moved to where. Okay, so this piece in the top right needs to actually come down. There we go. Who would have thought of that, eh? That was quite a mystery. Okay. There we go. Keep. Okay. I'm just going to continue to slide things around. This is, of course, one of the harder puzzles in the game because it is such a high puzzle rating. I think this said it was puzzle number 107. So it is not meant to be a puzzle for the faint of heart puzzle solvers of the world. This piece needs to go into the bottom right. There we go. Right? Bottom right is your home. That is your home. There we go. 175 moves. Good for me, I guess. There we go. Good job, you made a little worm very happy. For a simple slide puzzle, it was pretty difficult, wasn't it? As you're moving things around, did you notice that several pieces of the puzzle had almost identical duplicates? I did. And they caused a wee bit of trouble. I could do this one in my sleep. Well, I couldn't. Next puzzle. Next puzzle. Look at that cat, Professor. That's not Claudia, is it? No, on second hand, it is a different cat. Yes, it's an alley cat, judging by the way it bullies that poor mouse. A rather mean one at that. Ah, yes, Luke. Speaking of mice, have you heard this one before? Let's see, this is puzzle number 36. Too many mice. Mice are famous for the ability to multiply at breakneck speeds. The type of mouse we have here gives birth once a month, birthing 12 babies each time. Baby mice mature and can give birth 2 months after they are born. You pick up one of these darling baby mice at the pet shop and brought it home the day after it was born. In 10 months from now, how many mice will you have? Ladies and gentlemen, this is probably my favorite type of puzzle in the whole game. These are the logic puzzles where you have to really be careful what you read, because everything in this upper section means absolutely nothing, because you only bought one mouse. One mouse can't multiply, which means we only have one mouse after 10 months. After 100 months, after 200 months, after a billion months, you just have one mouse. One mouse is just one mouse. That's right. The mouth can't... Your mouse can't birth any babies by itself. True. Correct. Excellent work, Luke. If that was the kind of stuff we would get tests on in college, boy oh boy would that be a fun test. Does someone live here? Perhaps. We don't know. Another puzzle. Hee what you doing? I can tell you want to ask me something. Would you mind solving my puzzle first? My little brother and I came up with this one together. Let's solve your puzzle. Brother and sister, puzzle number 37, worth 40 picarats. A boy and his big sister are chatting at the kitchen table. You know, sis, if you took 2 years from my age and gave them to you, you'd be twice my age, huh? Well, why don't you just give me one more on top of that? Then I'll be 3 times your age. How old is each sibling? Okay. Okay, so my original idea was to do this algebraically, and then I figured that's kind of a dumb idea when I can just use tally marks. And, that'll make a lot more sense. Oops, that's 6 tally marks. I only meant to do 5. There we go. So what I'm just doing right now is essentially making a table of all the potential values. And we'll have 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's supposed to be 5 at the top. Anyway, so what we can do here is essentially now just start working around. We can pick any point we want to start at. I'm going to go ahead and change my pen color to red and start at 2. Okay, so if we take away 2 years, well, that's impossible. So we'll start here. If we take away 2 years, that would be gaining 2 years on the brother. Then you'd be twice my age. Okay, so every time the sister loses a year, the brother gains a year. So the gap widens and widens and widens. With this setup, we can see that with 6, if we say, okay, the sister moves down to age 4, the brother would go up to age 8. Okay. And then if we go again, we'll get to 3 and to 9. So the answer is 6. And the trick here is the children are both the same age. You can do sort of a guess and check just based off of the numbers you know. That's how I would solve this puzzle, or you can solve it algebraically, but that was a lot of work and I would actually need to get a sheet of paper. I've spent 20 minutes on this puzzle alone because I really wanted to do it with math. I'm weird. The answer's 6. That is, of course, both answers are 6 because the children are the exact same age. A little bit troublesome. A little bit of a troublesome puzzle, I'd say. Probably the hardest one I've done yet. That's right. The conditions of this puzzle only work out if the brother and sister are both 6. The siblings must have been born within a year of each other. Which I think the only way for that to be possible is... well, maybe that's possible. If you have like a January and a December baby. Was that one too easy for you? Oh well. Hey, you know that guy from the mansion, Ramon? He may look said it, but boy does he like the nightlife. He'd be buddies with that party animal Jarvis. Jarvis? I don't believe I know any of that man. Where might we find him? Well, you see, Jarvis isn't the type to place much value on the gainfully employed. At this time of day, he's probably lazing about around those steps to the north. Just head up north until you hit a fork in the road, then take the path to the right. Okay, I have to go now. Let's play sometime later. Yeah, I honestly don't really want to solve your puzzles anymore because I'm frustrated at how long that took me. Hey, fork in the road. We've talked about this place before. Oh dear, your fortune for this month looks abysmal. I recommend solving my puzzle if you want to avoid this terrible, potentially gory fate. Yeah, I'd like to. One-line puzzle 2! One-line puzzle 2. The idea of a one-line puzzle is to put your pen to paper and draw a shape without lifting your pen from the pad or retracing any lines. You can, however, cross lines. Now that you're familiar with that concept, look at the 4 pictures below. One of them cannot be drawn with one line. Which one is it? Ladies and gentlemen, I love these kinds of puzzles because we get to have fun with drawing. If you do these properly, I think that'd help if you did them properly. Whoop, whoop. And then we'll go up, over, down, up, over, this, this. This one's possible. That one gets a check mark for me. I'm going to clear this though and make a nice clean check mark. The glasses are also possible. If you use the same trick we saw in the previous one about drawing circles that look like that, that one's possible. The bow is also possible. You just have to pick a good spot to start from. I was drawing with the eraser. You have to pick a good spot to start from, but otherwise it's entirely possible to do something like that. The hat. Oh, the hat is the issue, because of this dashed line right here. The way it's set up, it is not possible to draw the hat with the little brim line. So that's our error there. That's the solution to one-line puzzle part 2. Nicely done. When examining a picture like this, the key to spotting a fake is looking at the areas where multiple lines intersect. When looking at these numbers, take note of whether the number of the lines running through a given point are odd or even. If the intersections contain an even number of lines, or if there are 2 intersections that contain an odd number of lines, you should be able to draw the picture in one line. So we were told we'd be given an easy way to check. Now we have that easy way. My, that was quick. Were you that scared of a month's worth of bad luck? But I'm sorry to say it, there's nothing you can do to change fate. You just have to tough it out. Then thanks for providing the option anyway. Let's see. Cafe isn't open today, but we can get our hint coin, and let's talk to this gentleman as well. What's this? Yes, it's just I suspected. I can tell from here, sir. You have something you want to ask me, no? Don't even try to hide it, sir. It's in your eyes. And ask you may, after you solve this puzzle for me. Puzzle number 38, Island Hopping. Worth 20 Picarats. Here is an overhead view of a cluster of tropical islands. As you travel from start to goal, your object is to visit every island exactly one time. The island folks say this can be accomplished with the addition of a single straight bridge. The only rule is your bridge can't cross over any pre-existing bridge, so where should your bridge go? We essentially have to trace out a path that allows us to visit every single island, but we can't visit, we can only visit each place once. So as you can see, that's the route I just traced, which means our bridge needs to run from here to here. And that should make the puzzle solvable, correct? Yep. That should be good.
There we go.
That should be golden. I believe this puzzle has multiple solutions as well, depending on how you want to go about it. Oh, yes? No? That's right, now get out there and go enjoy that island paradise. Is the yellow solution also valid? It does appear to be so. There's a yellow solution that works? Question mark? The solution I did worked, that's what I care about. Multiple solutions, whatevs. Just as I suspected. A fellow detective. Your skills at puzzles are formidable, sir. Dare I say they approach my own? It's the eyes, I say. They never lie. And well, they do know. I know. Alright, we had to ask this guy something, right? We're gonna ask about Ramon. I'll be here at the cafe tonight. Perhaps you'll join me for a bit of shop talk. Well, I want to know about Ramon. We're supposed to go off to the left, so of course we're gonna go for the right and solve more puzzles.
Oh, hello there. Say, Sonny, you haven't seen a big coin around here, have you? I could have sworn that I dropped a lovely one somewhere nearby. See, I always seem to be losing things nowadays, and replacing them gets mighty expensive. I've become quite a penny pincher. Don't suppose you'd mind advising me on a tiny money matter, would you?
I can help with some money. Puzzle number 41. Spare change. That's a Squidward quote. Rope and coins are arranged as shown below. As you pull the ends of the rope out, the rope will draw taut and push the coins to either side. Assuming you get to keep the coins that end up on the top half of the row, how many coins will you have? Alright, so what we have to do here is sort of trace over all these coins and see which of them will end up on the top half of the rope. This one won't. I'm just going to go ahead and mark off the ones that don't end up on the top half. That one won't. Just kind of have to trace all the way around. That one will. You just have to trace... Actually, I should probably mark... Whatever. That's fine. You have to mark all the ones that will end up on the bottom or all the ones that end up on the top, whichever you choose. And those are the ones that you will get to keep. All the ones that do not will end up on the bottom. And that is not what you want to see. So you can go through all this and, you know, count all the ones that you get to keep. I'm not going to do that here because it's going to take a very long time. But I can tell you the answer is 9 coins. At the end of the day, you will get to keep 9 coins for yourself. The rest of the money will fall and clatter to the ground for someone else to pick up, I guess. That's right. You'll gather up 9 coins when the rope is pulled taut. It's really quite a simple puzzle, but following every coin's path does take a bit of time. It certainly does.
My, what a sharp fellow you are. Now do an old man a favor and help me search for that coin, eh?
Is that you saying there's a hint coin around here? Found a puzzle solving charm. That's almost like a hint coin, right? Almost like a hint coin. Look at this view. Good view. Hello, sir.
Let me tell you, lately St. Mystere has become a dangerous place.
Case in point. I haven't seen Ramon since yesterday. Is that little rascal missing or something?
I don't know why people are disappearing, but recently they just vanish.
Oof, he can't walk the streets alone. Really? Could you please elaborate a bit more on what you know about mysterious disappearances?
Nope, can't say I know any particulars on the subject. Seems to me like the only folks vanishing were the ones complaining of feeling sick or tired.
Aw, shucks. I don't really remember much about it. You probably have better luck talking with Zapone about this stuff like this. Harry's in the know about pretty much everything. Zapone, you say? Where might we find this person? Back where we came? Whoa, wow, you didn't bump into him on the way here? He's a slouchy guy with that fancy little mustache. You'll know him when you see him. Wow, it sure is hard to catch a lead on this case. The day is far from over, Luke. Let's see what we can find out just by asking around. Village disappearances was added to the list. And here we go. We have reached, I believe, the other end of the stall. If we go back now, yeah, we can just essentially cut to where we were by taking the left. This is the exact same thing as going all the way around like we did. Hint coins. Window hint coin. There's a guy. We'll talk to the guy. Lend me an ear, will you? I'd like your expert opinion on this puzzle. Don't take but a minute. Puzzle number 40. How old is Dad? A father and son are chatting when the son poses this question. Dad, I'm 22 now, but just how old are you? The father replies, Huh, you want to know how old your old man is, hmm? Well, I'll tell you what. I'm as old as your age, plus half of my age. How old is the father? Okay. So, he's your age plus half of my age. Alright, so our age is 22. Plus 1/2 Dad. We'll say 1/2 D. Equals Dad's age. D. That means this is 1/2 D. 1/2 D plus 1/2 D, that's supposed to be a 2, is equal to D. So 1/2 D is the same thing as 22. 22 plus 22 is our answer of 44 years of age. Very simple little puzzle to solve there. You just have to know a little bit about fractions and how to manipulate them. That's right, half the father's age plus the son's age should give you the answer, which means that half the father's age must be equal to the son's age. The son is 22, so the father must be 44. That's my solution, just written out with icons instead of numbers. I guess it was on the right track all along. I forgot this guy's voice. Thanks for your help, boys. Sorry for taking up so much of your time. I'll let you get back to what you were doing. Good day. Good day to you too, sir. Good day to you too. Where does this take us? This lets us cut back. Oh, we gotta go meet Zapone, aka the guy I talked to earlier. Zapone, I was talking to you earlier.
Looking into mysterious disappearance around the village, are you?
Well, let me give you my take on the situation. Well, is something the matter? Ah, yes, now I remember. If it's rumors you're after, take a tip from a fellow detective and go ask Triton. He owns a restaurant in town. Okay, talk to Triton. We know where the restaurant is, of course. We frequented the restaurant. You're looking for the restaurant now? It's not far. Just head a little to the west of here. But before you run off again, I've got a tip for you. If you want to experience all that St. Mystere has to offer, you can't just run from point A to point B. Take some time and explore the city from corner to corner. I'll be glad you did. Much appreciated. We'll be sure to give that a try. Come, Luke. We have work to do. Work to do indeed. Do you have anything new for us to say? The news paid me a visit just now. I'm thinking about my next epic book adventure. Picture this. A world-famous archaeologist races the clock in a secret society to discover a jewel of immense value. In doing so, you must travel deep with a sinister tower. You must travel deep within a sinister tower on the edge of town. Where do these ideas come from? Honestly, sometimes my own brilliance frightens me. Is something hidden in the tower here in St. Mystere? Oh, no. There's nothing like that whatsoever. I'm just using the age-old writer's technique of taking inspiration from my surroundings. The tower is intriguing, though. Still, it's best to keep your distance. I've never heard anything but bad rumors about the place. Bad rumors, bad shroomers. I don't care. Alright, ladies and gents, we're going to end off this episode here. In the next episode, we're going to head into the restaurant to talk to Triton. We explored the north edge of town. We solved a handful of puzzles, some tricky, some fun. All was joyous, though. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please hit like and subscribe, and tell your friends on my channel if you think they would enjoy it. It means a lot to me, and you guys my videos around. And I'll catch you guys back here next time for my next video. Until then, as always, take care.